Hi everybody, this is Miss Madeline. Today I'm at the Creston School Garden, and before I share with you what we are learning about for our garden lesson, I'm actually going to tell you a riddle to see if you can guess what we are learning about. Here's the riddle. I have something in my hands that is older than the dinosaurs, more important than money, and can fall without breaking. What is it? What do you think? The thing I have in my hands is water. That's our topic for our garden today. Can you think of a couple of ways you've used water already today? If you brushed your teeth or ate breakfast, you've already used water. Why is water so important to us? What do you think? Water is very important to all living things on Earth. All plants and animals and fungi, all living things need water in order to live. And that includes our garden. So how does the water help the garden? All of the vegetables in our garden need water, and they get that water from the soil, so there needs to be water in the soil for the roots to suck up. All of our soil creatures need water, our worms and our millipedes and everything we learned about last month, they all need water. And the trees around our garden need water. Everything really here relies on having water. So what would life on Earth be like without water? There probably wouldn't be a whole lot of life if we didn't have water. Imagine the moon or Mars. Earth might look like that if we didn't have water, since it's the source of all of our life on Earth. We know we need a lot of water to support life on Earth, but where does it come from? Do we have just a giant water factory somewhere that makes all of our water for us? I don't think so. We actually have all the water on Earth that we are ever going to have. Scientists have been able to find out that water has been on Earth for billions of years, and it's been the same water on Earth the entire time, cycling through the water cycle over and over again. That means that the same water that a dinosaur drank could be in your water glass right now. So that brings us back to our water cycle. You may have heard about the water cycle already in school, but we're going to go over it again to give you a little reminder and think about how the water cycle affects our own garden. Imagine water in a pond. On a sunny day, that water warms up and floats up into the air as water vapor. We call that evaporation. On a very hot day in the garden, all the water might evaporate right out of the soil. That water vapor floats higher and higher into the sky and eventually will get cold enough to condense into a cloud. We call that condensation. Once the water droplets in the clouds get big and heavy enough, they will fall as precipitation. That could be rain, snow, hail, many kinds of precipitation. We rely on precipitation to help water the garden for a lot of the year, but during our dry summers, we have to help out the garden by doing some watering ourselves. The water that falls as precipitation will land in lakes, rivers, streams, the ocean, and even in our garden soil. It will stay there as collection until it is time to evaporate and start the water cycle all over again. Out in the garden, we were able to see parts of the water cycle, such as condensation up in the clouds, precipitation, and collection in our garden soil. But did you know that you can create your very own miniature water cycle right in your own kitchen to see those stages for yourself up close? All you need to see the water cycle at home is a large glass container, a piece of plastic wrap, some warm water, and a couple of ice packs or a bag of ice cubes. We are going to use these items to create a miniature water cycle so you can see collection, evaporation, condensation, and precipitation all right in front of you. The first step is to take your warm or hot water and pour it into your glass container and quickly cover it up with the plastic wrap. This will trap all of the air that is evaporating off of that warm water. So this plastic wrap is acting like our sky. It's our atmosphere. It's holding in that water vapor that's evaporating up into the sky. Next, we'll place our cold ice packs right on top of our sky, which represents how cold it gets way up there in the sky. You can see it's already looking really steamy in there. There's the water that has collected, and the air above it looks like it is full of water vapor. Do you remember what happens when water vapor that's evaporated into the air gets really cold up high in the sky? It condenses into a cloud. Do you think that we'll be able to see something that looks sort of like a cloud in our plastic wrap sky here? Let's take a look and see what has happened. Ooh, what do we see here? Here is our condensation. And wow, did you catch that? It looks like some of our water droplets are getting so big because they're combining with each other that they're actually falling back down into the container. What do we think that shows us? It's an example of precipitation. The water droplets in our cloud, in our sky, are getting so big that they are falling down, back into the water. We did it! We successfully showed each of the 4 parts of the water cycle right inside a little container in the kitchen. This glass container is a lot like our Earth. All of the water that it's ever going to have is already there. But it will continue to cycle from collection up into evaporation, condensation, and back down as precipitation. And it could go like that over and over and over again. If you try this yourself at home, let me know how it goes. Send me a picture or a video. You can email that to me at mmiller@growportland.org. Thank you for joining me today for some fun with the water cycle. I hope you made some cool discoveries along the way, and I will see you all next time.